Okay. Because I've switched phones.
Put your device on mute.
Okay, put it on mute. Okay.
State of Michigan, 36th District Court is now in session with the Honorable Christina V. Kennedy. During proceedings, there should be no driving, smoking, eating, drinking, sleeping, or laying down. Do not start your video or mute your device unless the court instructs you to do so. And if there's anything that you need to do that you don't want the rest of the world to see, please walk away from the camera quietly. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, y'all.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Judge Christina V. Kennedy, and I'll preside over this docket. This is a landlord-tenant docket for courtroom 433 this afternoon. Thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen, as we got everyone checked in today. Let me see something. I'm looking for my docket. I found it. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a somewhat moderate docket today. I am going to, have we split them up into two different?
Yes.
Okay, Madam Clerk has divided the docket into two different groups of cases. I'm going to call the first group first. I'm going to call all of the cases in the first group. Please don't say anything or do anything until I have called all of the cases. Once I call all of the cases, I'm going to give you some information, and then I will ask the plaintiffs to turn on your camera, unmute yourself, and state your name. And if the plaintiff is represented, I'll need the attorney to place their appearance on the record at that moment. And then I'll ask the defendants to do the same thing. And if you called in, you would unmute by dialing *6. Before I begin, though, I do just want to reemphasize Officer Wallace's instruction that if there's anything that you do not want the rest of the world to see you doing, you please make sure you turn your camera off or completely walk away from your device. We are streaming these proceedings live over YouTube. That means that anybody in the world can join us and see these proceedings. So if you have to do something like use the restroom or change your clothes or something that would embarrass you if others were to see you doing it, please make sure you turn your camera off before you do that. Or completely walk away from your device. Okay, starting with the first group. Now calling case number 24351-712. This is Wynn Residential Management, Plymouth Square Village versus Roberta Cross and all occupants of 20273 Plymouth Road in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24351-756. This is Sawson Baydoun versus Lisa and all occupants of 8285 Carlin Street in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 2435-1737. This is DMT G8 LLC versus Valerie Harris. This is for property located at 1643 Campaw Farms in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24351-801, CTP Funding LLC doing business as Capstone Financial versus any and all unknown occupants of 17308 Shaftesbury Avenue in the city of Detroit. Calling case number 24351-802, Get Solutions LLC, formerly known as Condor Capital LLC versus Shirley J. Calhoun and all other occupants of 17314 Brush Street in the city of Detroit. Calling case number 2435-1811. This is Abba Gelly Azenia versus Naquita Wallace. This is for a property located at 18489 Burt Road in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24351-834, Green 7 LLC versus Andrina Walton and all occupants of 20655 McCormick in the city of Detroit. And finally, for this group of cases, calling case number 24351-900, Owens Property Holdings LLC versus Frederick Pittman and all occupants of 6143 Guilford in the city of Detroit. These matters are before the court on complaints to recover possession of property and complaints for non-payment of rent. Today is the date and time scheduled for a first hearing in all of the matters that I've just called. Pursuant to Michigan Supreme Court Administrative Order 2020-17, all first hearings are to be adjourned. Therefore, these matters will be adjourned to a new date. Ladies and gentlemen, please write this information down. Your next court date will be September 11th, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. For all of the cases that I just called, your next court hearing will be a subsequent hearing to take place on September 11th, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. If you are logged in to this session via a smartphone or a tablet, you should be able to access the Zoom chat. Madam Clerk just typed the information about the next court hearing into the Zoom chat. So if you'd like, you can go into that Zoom chat and screenshot the information. Otherwise, please write it down. The court will mail notices to appear to everyone, but just in case they get lost in the mail, I would like to make sure you all have the information about the next court date. The next court date will be conducted in person. So that means there won't be a Zoom hearing for you. You need to come down to 36th District Court, which is located at 421 Madison in downtown Detroit. Please come to courtroom 433. That's where I am located, and I will be the one presiding over your case. Let's see. Plaintiffs, please bring with you to the next court date a copy of your deed, a copy of the lease agreement, if there's a lease agreement in place. If rent is an issue, I need the most up-to-date rental ledger. I need a completed proof of service. And if there's a property management agreement in place, I need a copy of that as well. I need all documents that substantiate your claim, okay? A failure to bring your substantiating documents to the next court hearing can result or will result in dismissal of your case. Okay, so please make sure you bring those documents to the next court hearing, and please make sure they are on paper. Please don't bring your laptop in here or your cell phone and say, oh, I have a copy of it here. I don't generally look through people's electronics, and I cannot put your cell phone or your laptop in the case file. So please reduce all of your evidence to paper and bring it to court with you on September 11th. Plaintiffs, you also have the right to be represented by counsel if you so choose. You can hire an attorney to represent you. That is your right. You can also represent yourself. Defendants, you have the right to be represented by an attorney if you choose. You can either hire your own attorney or you can consult with the agency attorneys that are logged into this Zoom session today. They are here to provide you, the defendant tenants, with legal advice for the day, with the potential of them taking on your case to represent you throughout the close of these proceedings, and that will be free of charge to you. At the end of today's hearing, I am going to ask that you be transferred into a breakout room. Defendants, if you're logged in via a tablet or a smartphone, please, you'll receive a prompt come across your screen. Please tap the prompt. It will take you into the breakout room. If you called in, meaning you dialed a telephone number to join us today, you don't have to worry about following any prompt. Your transfer will be automatic. Either way, once you get into the breakout room, you'll be in there by yourself. You will not be able to hear or see what's going on in this main session, and we in the main session will not be able to hear or see what's going on with you in the breakout room. That is so that you, the defendants, can have a private conversation with the agency attorneys. Please have patience. Please don't start pressing buttons, raising your hand, sending me messages, or coming back out into the main session unprompted. That will just slow me down. Everyone will be seen by an attorney today, okay? Once you're done talking to the attorney, you are free to log off, but defendants, please make sure you come back to court on September 11th at 8:30 a.m. If you don't show up in person on September 11th at 8:30, your case, a default judgment can be entered against you. Plaintiffs, if you don't show up on September 11th at 8:30, your case will be dismissed. So everybody, please make sure you come to court on September 11th timely, okay? One other thing, I indicated that the plaintiffs were to bring their substantiating documents to court in paper format. That goes for defendants as well. Defendants, you can bring if you have any evidence that supports your defense, please make sure you reduce that to paper and bring it to court with you on September 11th. And specifically, I'm speaking of copies of payment receipts, rental receipts, or photographs. Please make sure it is reduced to paper when you bring it to court. All right. With all of that being said, matter ending in 712. Do we have anyone here on behalf of Wynn Residential?
Hi, good afternoon, Judge. Mark Wasbury for Wynn Residential, P51575.
Thank you. Good afternoon to you, Attorney Wasbury. Is the defendant Roberta Cross or any occupant of 20273 Plymouth present? Please dial *6 and state your name.
Roberta Cross.
Good afternoon to you, Ms. Cross. You are the defendant on a complaint to recover possession of property. Ms. Cross, did you get the information about the next court date?
Yes, September 11th at 8:30.
That's correct. Okay, Ms. Cross, we'll see you on that date and time in courtroom 433. You're on a telephone, and so you will be automatically transferred, okay? You have a good day. That concludes the matter ending in 712. Can I have someone transfer Roberta Cross?
Thank you.
Thank you. Is that it for you, Attorney Wasbury? Oh, he's gone already. He moves fast. All right, for matter ending in 737, is there anyone here on behalf of DMTGA LLC? Madam Clerk has indicated that the plaintiff did not check in. The plaintiff is represented. The attorney did not check in. I do have a note here that there was no service. Okay. The plaintiff's attorney did call this morning to indicate that there was no service effectuated. Is Valerie Harris here? All right. The record should reflect that the defendant did not check in either. And so this case will be adjourned to a different date to allow for service. This matter, and this matter only, will be adjourned to September 9th, 2024 at 1:35 p.m. And that will be a Zoom hearing. That is to allow for service upon the defendant. The court will mail notice. That concludes the matter ending in 737. Yeah, see that? I forgot to. All right. For matter ending in 756, plaintiff's counsel, can I have your appearance?
Good morning, or good afternoon, Your Honor. I'm sorry, I'm actually not even in Michigan, so I'm a little time warped. But Hassan,
Okay.
for P83043 on behalf of plaintiffs.
All right, good afternoon to you, attorney. What was your last name? How do you pronounce
Zeror.
it?
Zeror, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. All right, is Lisa or any occupant of 8285 Carlin Street present? Let the record reflect that the defendant did not check in. This defendant, only the first name was named, but she didn't check in and there's no proof of service in the file, counsel. Was the defendant served?
Yes, Your Honor, she was. My office has sent over a proof of service last week sometime. I can have one hand delivered to the 36th district or bring it during our next hearing.
Do you know when she was served?
Yes, I do, Your Honor. I have a copy of the proof of service right here. Just looking. She was served on the 6th of August. She did indicate to the landlord, Your Honor, that she wouldn't be coming to court today. She had she had work or something like that. So she was served. She indicated that she wasn't going to be showing up, I believe, yesterday to the landlord.
Okay, how was she served according to the proof of service?
According to the proof of service, it was personal service to the occupant. And yeah, by a legal competent adult who is not a party to this lawsuit, Your Honor.
Okay, based on your representation as an officer of the court that the defendant was served, the court is going to proceed with the first hearing on this complaint to recover possession of property. This matter will be adjourned to a subsequent hearing to take place on September 11th, which is the date that I gave previously, and that will be at 8:30 a.m. in courtroom 433. The court will mail notice to both parties. Counsel, please make sure you bring all substantiated documentation to the next court date, including the proof of service, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a blessed week. Take care.
You too, thank you. That concludes the matter ending in 756. All righty. For matters ending in 801 and 802, can I have plaintiff's counsel place your appearance on the record?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I'm not sure if you can hear me.
I can hear you. Can you turn on your camera, please?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm just trying. Yeah. Good
There
afternoon,
you
Your
are.
Honor. This is Indra Pandiraj, P84364, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Okay, Attorney Pandiraj.
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, good afternoon to you. Is the
Thank you.
defendant for matter ending in 801 present? That would be any occupant of 17308 Shaftesbury.
Yes,
Um,
Dominic Redmond.
Can you turn on your camera and state your name, please?
My name is Dominic Redmond.
Okay, it says your video is showing, but it's blacked out. All right, Mr. Redmond, good afternoon. You are the defendant on a complaint to recover possession of property. Do you have the information about the next court date? Can you hear me, Mr. Redmond? I think he's still here. He might be having some audio issues.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, there you are. I'm going to stop your video since it's not working anyway. That might give you some more bandwidth. So
Yes, I
did
hear
you get so did you get the information about the next court date, sir?
I heard you about the court date.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not hearing you. All right, but I did hear
Yes,
you
ma'am.
that time. All right, so I will see you on September 11th at 8:30
Almost there. I
a.m.
hear you though.
I think there's a delay.
Thank you.
Can I have someone transfer
Thank
Mr.
you.
Redmond into a breakout room, please? Mr. Redmond, just follow the prompt when it comes across your screen, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. That concludes the matter ending in 801. All right, we have somebody on a telephone. Do we want to see who they are before I move on?
I have someone on the iPhone. Can you unmute and tell me your name?
Laquita Wallace.
What's the last three digits of your case number?
I have to get it. I'm sorry.
No problem. I have it. Just put your device on mute. I'm gonna rename it.
I just muted her. Okay, and then we have MLS law clerk. I hope that's an actual law clerk that I just let in. Okay, it looks like it's a real law clerk. Okay. Do you need co-host capabilities?
Sorry, what was that?
Do you need co-host capabilities?
I've never done co-host. I usually just have someone throw me in wherever.
I just gave you co-host capabilities just in case, okay? I'm gonna mute you now.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, for matter ending in 802, is Shirley Calhoun or any occupant of 17314 Brush present?
Okay.
Madam Clerk has indicated that the defendant failed to check in on this case. Give me 1 second.
Did you guys say 834?
Not yet.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Counsel, was this defendant served in accordance with the court rules?
Yes, Your Honor. There was a service on they were tried to serve on August 10th,
Mm-hmm.
and it was attached to they were served by attachment to the main entrance, Your Honor.
Okay, I don't have that proof of service here. I have, well, you know what? You're an officer of the court, so I will rely on your representation as an officer of the court. You said, it was posted on August 10th?
That is correct, Your Honor. Posted on August 10th at 1:18 p.m.
Okay, thank you. Please make sure you bring the proof of service to court with you.
Yes, Your Honor.
And this complaint to recover possession of property, the first hearing on this matter will be adjourned to a subsequent hearing to take place on the date and time that I mentioned before. That's September 11th at 8:30 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a good day. That concludes matter
Thank
ending
you,
in
Your Honor.
8:02. You're welcome. All right. For matter ending in 8:11 is the plaintiff present, Obageli Azanya.
Yes, Your Honor.
Please turn on your camera and state your name. I just sent you a prompt. There you are. Okay. For whatever reason, it's blacked out. State your name, please. Oh, there you are.
My name is Obiageli Ezanya.
Obiageli Izanya. Can you spell that for Madam Court Reporter, please? The first and last name.
Okay, first name Obiageli. Last name Ezanya.
Okay, thank you. Is Naquita Wallace present? I think she said something earlier.
She needs some.
Please unmute yourself, turn on your
Yes.
camera and say your name.
Naquita Wallace.
Is your camera working, ma'am?
Yes, I've never done this before. Oh, there it goes.
Okay, I see you. Good afternoon to you. Okay, Ms. Izanya, you're the plaintiff. Ms. Wallace, you're the defendant. This is a complaint to recover possession of property. Ms. Izanya, did you get the information about the next court date?
Yes, September 11, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. in person.
That's correct. And what about you, Ms. Wallace? You have that information?
No, I did not. No.
Okay, can you write it down?
You breaking
it?
up. Yeah, can you repeat that?
Now, I'm going to turn your camera off. I'm going to turn your camera off. That might give you a little bit more juice. All right. So can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. So the next court date is September 11th at 8:30 a.m. in person in courtroom 433.
Okay.
And you can also go into the Zoom chat. If you go into that chat, you can screenshot the information. Madam Clerk did type that in there earlier, so you can screenshot it if you'd like. As I stated before, the court is going to mail notice, but just in case they get lost, I just like to make sure everybody has the information about the next court date. All right, so Ms. Izanya, please make sure you bring all of the documents that I indicated are necessary to the next court date. And that concludes this matter. Can I have someone transfer Ms. Wallace into a breakout room? Just follow the prompt, Ms. Wallace. Ms. Izanya, you can log off. Thank you. That concludes this one. You're welcome. Okay, for matter ending in 834 for Green 7 LLC is plaintiff's counsel present. I thought I saw Attorney Humphreys. Are you there?
Good morning. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Attorney Humphreys. Can I have your appearance, please?
Yeah, hold on. I want to ask you to start your video. Okay. Let me start it. There we go. James Humphreys, P38930 on behalf of Green 7 LLC.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Is the defendant Andrina Walton or any occupant of 20655 McCormick present?
Yes.
Please state your name.
Andrina Walton.
Okay, Ms. Walton, you are the defendant on a complaint to recover possession of property. Did you get the information about the next court date?
Yes, September 11th at 8:30 a.m.
That's correct. And 433. Did you get it, Attorney Humphreys?
Yes, I did, John.
Okay, I'll see you both back here on that date. Ms. Walton, you're on the telephone. You're about to be automatically transferred, okay?
Okay.
All right, have a good day. Can I have someone transfer Andrina Walton? Thank you, Attorney Humphreys. Have a good day. That concludes matter ending in 834. For matter ending in 900, is the plaintiff or is the attorney on behalf of Owens Property Holdings LLC present? Please, there you are. Oh, you just muted yourself. There you are.
Sorry, good afternoon, Your Honor. Sarah Lowney on behalf of the plaintiff.
Thank you. Good afternoon to you, counsel. Is the defendant Frederick Pittman or any occupant of 6143 Guilford present?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. Please state your name.
Frederick Pittman.
All right, Mr. Pittman, you are the defendant. This is the complaint for non-payment of rent. Did you get the information about the next court date?
Yes.
Okay. We'll see.
8:30 a.m.
In courtroom 433. Do you have it, Attorney Lowney?
I do, Your Honor.
All right. Okay, so the court will mail notice to both of you. I'll see you all on September 11th at 8:30. That concludes matter ending in 900. Oh, what were you saying, Attorney Lowney? Did I cut you off?
I was just going to say thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Have a good afternoon. That concludes the matter ending. Oh, she has more. Okay. All right. Well, hold tight, Attorney Lowney. All right, Mr. Pittman, follow the prompt, please. Can I have someone transfer Frederick Pittman into a breakout room? All right. So that was my first group of cases. I am now about to start my second group of cases. If I did not call your name, case number, or address in the first group, have no fear. I will probably call your case now. Please listen out for your name, case number, or address. Please don't say anything though until I have called all of the cases. Thank you. Now calling case number 24351-901, LLJ Equities LLC versus all occupants of 9580 Ohio Street, Upper Unit in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24351-902, LLJ Equities LLC versus Carolyn Wright and all occupants of 9580 Ohio Street, Lower Unit in the city of Detroit. Calling case number 24351-903, Mina Chauhan versus Ava Anderson and all occupants of 1450 East Grand Boulevard in the city of Detroit. Calling case number 24351-904, D-Land Group LLC versus Jacqueline D. Davis and all occupants of 7901 East Lafayette Boulevard in the city of Detroit. Calling case number 24351-905, D-Land Group LLC versus Xavier Kimbrough and all occupants of 1400 Van Dyke, apartment A 203 in the city of Detroit. Calling case number 24351-926, Dwayne Crawford, manager of DNS Investment versus all occupants of 12218 Elmdale in the city of Detroit. Calling case number 24351-933, Sunbeam Property Management versus Michelle A. Woodard and all other occupants of 7140 Thatcher Street, Lower Units in the city of Detroit. Calling case number 24351-939, Eric K. Wade versus Katrina Wade. This is for property located at 9988 Pinehurst Street in the city of Detroit. And this last case is off of the 135 docket. This is case number 2435050, Shaylin Hill versus Mary Lockridge. This is for property located at 175 Edgevale Street in the city of Detroit. These matters are before the court on complaints for non-payment of rent, as well as complaints to recover possession of property. Today is the date and time scheduled for a first hearing on all of the cases that I just called, with the exception of that last case. That's a technical first hearing. Pursuant to Michigan Supreme Court Administrative Order 2020-17, all first hearings are to be adjourned. Therefore, these matters will be adjourned to a new court date. Please write this information down. Your next court date will be September 23rd at 8:30 a.m. September 23rd, 2024, for anybody in the second group of cases. Your next court date will be an in-person hearing scheduled for September 23rd at 8:30 a.m. If you are logged in via a tablet or a smartphone, you can go into the Zoom chat and screenshot that information. Otherwise, I ask that you write it down. The court will mail notices, but in case those notices get lost, I want to make sure everybody has the information on the next court date. Okay, let's see. Plaintiffs, you are to bring with you to the next court date, if you have not already filed the following paperwork. You need to bring a paper copy of the property deed, the lease agreement. If rent is at issue, I need the most up-to-date rental ledger. I need a completed proof of service. And if there's a property management agreement in place, I need a copy of that as well as anything else that will establish standing. Any substantiating documentation, I need you to bring it to court with you if you have not already filed it. If you do not bring the paperwork with you to the next court date of September 23rd, and it's not in the file, then your case will be dismissed. So please make sure you bring everything that you need to substantiate your claim to the next court date in paper format. Plaintiffs, you have the right to be represented by an attorney. If you choose, you can hire your own attorney, okay? You can also represent yourself. You do have the right to do that. Let's see. Defendants, you have the right to be represented by an attorney if you so choose. You can either hire your own attorney or you can speak to the agency attorneys that are logged into this Zoom session today. They are here to provide you, the defendant tenants, with legal advice for the day, with the potential of them to take your case and represent you throughout the close of these proceedings. And that will be free of charge to you. At the end of today's hearing, I will ask that you be transferred into a breakout room. If you are logged in via a tablet or a smartphone, you will receive a prompt come across your screen. Please tap the prompt. It will take you into the breakout room. If you called in, meaning you dialed a telephone number to join us today, you will not receive a prompt. Your transfer will be automatic. Either way, once you get into the breakout room, you'll be in there by yourself for a little while. I ask that you please have patience. The attorneys are making their way one by one into each breakout room. So once you get into the breakout room, please don't start pressing buttons, raising your hand, sending me messages, or coming back out into the main session unprompted. That will just slow me down, okay? Everyone will be seen by an attorney today. Once you are done speaking to the defense attorney, you are free to log off, but please make sure you come back to court in person on September 23rd at 8:30 a.m. and that is in courtroom 433. Defendants, if you do not come to court at 8:30 on September 23, a default judgment will be entered against you. Plaintiffs, if you don't show up at 8:30 on September 23rd of this year, your case will be dismissed. So everybody, please make sure you come to court timely. All right, I think that's everything. With all of that having been said, for matters ending in 901, 902, 903, 904, and 905, can I have plaintiff's counsel place your appearance on the record?
Sarah Lowney on behalf of the plaintiff.
Thank you. And for matter ending in 901, is there anyone here who lives at 9580 Ohio Street in the upper unit? If so, please make your presence known now. You broke up. What's your name, please?
Maisha McPhee.
Okay, good afternoon to you. You are the defendant on a complaint to recover possession of property. Did you get the information about the next court date?
I received the information, but have property that belongs to someone else? Yes, we do need a court date.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you said. I'm gonna turn your camera off because you're breaking up too. Sometimes if I turn the camera off, that'll give you more bandwidth and I'll be able to hear you all the way through. Okay, your camera's off, but I think you're still here. Can you say what you said again, please? Can you repeat yourself?
I'm here for a departure of the vacancy. They want me to vacate, not of property. I'm not here for property.
What are you talking about then?
I understand what you're saying. I'm not here for property dispute or something like that. I'm here for
You live in a house?
I live in a 2-family flat.
That's property. That's real property. So the complaint that they filed is a complaint to recover possession of property. They're trying to recover their real property, which is a house or land.
And that I took something. I don't
No,
understand.
no.
I apologize.
No problem. No problem. This is a landlord-tenant
dispute
courtroom. Yeah, this is definitely a landlord-tenant dispute. Okay, so no, there's no dispute about stolen or taken property. They're asking their property back. Okay, their house. All right. Okay, so you said you do have the information on the next court date?
Yes, it's September 23rd, in person, 8:30 a.m.
That's correct. Yes, that's right. All right, we'll see you on that day. I'm going to ask that you be transferred. When you receive the prompt, come across your screen, just tap the prompt. It'll take you in to a breakout room to speak with the defense attorney, and they can explain more to you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. That concludes matter ending in 901. For matter ending in 902, is Carolyn Wright or any occupant of 9580 Ohio lower unit present? Madam Clerk has indicated that the defendant did not check in for this case. There is a proof of service in the file, and so the court will proceed with this first hearing on the complaint to recover possession of property. This will be adjourned to a subsequent hearing to take place on September 23rd at 8:30 a.m. That'll be in person in courtroom 433. The court will mail notice. That concludes the matter ending in 902. For matter ending in 903 is Ava Anderson or any occupant of 1450 East Grand Boulevard present?
Yes.
Please turn on your camera and state your name. Oh, it looks like your camera is already on. What's your name, ma'am?
My name is Ava Anderson.
All right, Ava Anderson, you are the defendant on a complaint for non-payment of rent. Do you have the information about the next court date?
Yes.
Okay, we'll see you on September 23rd at 8:30 in the morning. Can I have someone transfer Ava Anderson into a breakout room? When you receive the prompts come across your screen, please tap your screen. Have a good day. That concludes the matter ending in 903. Matter ending in 904. Okay, this is spelled differently in different places. Is Jacory Davis or any occupant of 7901 East Lafayette present? Madam Clerk has indicated that the defendant failed to appear on this case. There is a proof of service in the file, and so the court is going to proceed with this complaint to recover possession of property. This first hearing will be adjourned to a subsequent hearing to take place on the date and time indicated previously. On the record, the court will mail notice to both parties. That concludes the matter ending in 904. For matter ending in 905 is Xavier Kimbrough or any occupant of 1400 Van Dyke A203 present.
Yes, Your Honor.
Please, hello. Can you, I don't know, you're very low. Your voice is coming over low. Can you get closer to the microphone and say your name?
Sure, Xavier Kimbrough.
Okay, I hear you. Good afternoon to you, Mr. Kimbrough. You are the defendant on a complaint for non-payment of rent. Did you get the information about the next court date?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll see you on September 23rd at 8:30 a.m. Can I have someone transfer Xavier Kimbrough into a breakout room? Mr. Kimbrough, when you receive the prompt, just tap your screen. It'll take you into the room with the attorney, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day. That concludes the matter ending in 905. I believe that's it for you, Attorney Lowney.
That's it. Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
For matter ending in 926, for Dwayne Crawford, manager of DNS Investment.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please the court. Ponce D. Clay, representing DNS Investments for the property 12218 Elmwood, Elmdale in Detroit, Michigan, 48213.
Thank you. Good afternoon to you, Attorney Clay.
Good afternoon.
Is there anyone here who lives at 12218 Elmdale?
Not physically live, but we have a lease agreement with Daniel Crawford of that location, ma'am.
What's your name?
Christopher Spoon.
Christopher Swoop, I see you. All right, Mr. Swoop, you said you have an existing lease agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Attorney Clay, are you aware of that lease agreement?
No, ma'am. In fact, Your Honor, may it please the court, even if it is, we're moving for all occupants, Your Honor. Termination of tenancy by representation. If he says he does not live there or he does have possession, we'll still like to move forward with possession based on all occupants. And we're not asking for any money.
That's fine. We just won't be doing that today.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Swoop, bring your lease agreement to court with you on the next court date. And I'm going to, well, let me ask you, Mr. Swoop, did you get the information about the next court date?
Yes, ma'am. I have all of that, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll see you on the 23rd of September at 8:30 a.m. What about you, Attorney Clay? You got it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, both of you, please bring all of your supporting documentation. Can I have someone transfer Mr. Swoop into a breakout room? Mr. Swoop, just tap the prompt when it comes across your screen. Is this a residential? This sounds like a residential address.
It is, Your Honor.
It is.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Okay, just tap the prompt, Mr. Swoop. Thank you, Attorney Clay.
Thank you,
Have a
ma'am.
good day.
Take care. Yep, take care.
Bye-bye. That concludes matter ending in 926. For matter ending in 933, for Sunbeam Property Management, is anyone here for the plaintiff?
No check-in.
Madam Clerk has indicated that the plaintiff's counsel did not check in. Is Michelle Woodard or any occupant of 7140 Thatcher Street, lower unit present? Madam Clerk has indicated that the defendant did not check in. There's no proof of service in the file. I am checking the register of actions to see if a proof of service has been filed. No proof of service has been filed, and so the court is going to note that service has not been effectuated upon the defendant, and or at least not that I can tell. So this matter will be adjourned to a different date. This matter will be adjourned to September 9th, 2024 at 1:35 p.m. That will be via Zoom, and that is so that service can be effectuated. The court will mail notice. That concludes the matter ending in 933. All right, matter ending in 939 is Eric K. Wade present. Please dial *6 and state your name, please. All right, I just sent Mr. Wade a prompt asking him to unmute. Okay, you're unmuted. You're unmuted.
Okay.
Please state your name.
My name is Eric Keith Wade.
Okay, good afternoon to you, Mr. Wade. You are the plaintiff in this complaint to recover possession of property. Is Katrina Wade present?
Yes. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Can you state your name, please?
Yes, Katrina Wade.
All right, good afternoon to you, Ms. Wade. You are the defendant on this complaint to recover possession of property. What is the relation?
I'm his daughter.
Okay. All righty. Just making sure you weren't married. Okay, so Mr. Wade, did you get the information about the next court date?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what about you, Ms. Wade?
Yes, ma'am. September 23rd.
Yes, that'll be in person at 8:30 a.m.
Okay.
Okay, I'll see you both here in person on that date and time. Please, Mr. Wade, please make sure you bring all of the paperwork that I mentioned earlier, okay?
Okay, Your Honor.
All right, can I have someone, let me see, Katrina Wade, you're on a tablet or you're on a device with a screen, so you will receive a prompt. Please tap that prompt, it'll take you into the breakout room. Mr. Wade, you're free to log off. That concludes the matter ending in 939. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, have a good day. For matter
You too.
ending in thank you. For matter ending in 050 is Shaylin Hill present. Madam Clerk has indicated that the plaintiff has not checked in. What about the defendant? Mary Lockridge, are you present? The defendant has not checked in. All right, so this matter was originally called on July 15th. Ms. Hill did appear on that date via Zoom. The defendant did not appear. There was no proof of service in the file, and so the court adjourned the matter to today to allow for service. Let me see if a proof of service has been filed. Okay, there was a. I'm going to adjourn this one more time. And if nobody shows up or service has not been effectuated at the next court date, this matter will more than likely be dismissed. This matter will be adjourned to September 9th, 2024 at 1:35 p.m. and that'll be via Zoom. The court will mail notice. That concludes this matter. That concludes the afternoon docket for courtroom 433. Thank you, everybody. It's great to be back. Thank you to my court staff. Thank you to the agency attorneys, the plaintiffs' attorneys, the litigants, and everyone for your patience and diligence today. Court is adjourned. Let me